Hey guys, how's it going? Today's review video is going to be about my new G19 gas blowback pistol by WE Tech. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of a review of the pistol itself. I had enough time to kind of play around with it and use it. It's pretty sweet. I'm just going to give you guys my feedback and then just some information about the pistol itself. So if you've seen my previous G-Series pistols video, a lot of it is really going to be the same, but this is mainly for new users, I guess, looking for this type of pistol. I mean, this one is the 19, so this one's different from the one that I've shared with you guys in the past. It's either been like the 18, 17, 23, or 26 that I've shared with you. So this one's a new collection to my Airsoft Glock family. So when you get the box, it's going to be actually folded inside out. I just refolded it because I like the shininess of the, I guess, outside. So you're gonna have that folded. It's gonna be like a brown, like you'll see it like this. It's gonna be all brown on the inside. And then you have your markings everywhere. Then you have your Chinese writing that it's not a real pistol. It's a toy considered. I guess that's just for transport, so people will know, to my knowledge. But anyway, I'm not really going to go too into the box. What you'll get with the actual box itself, obviously, I don't have the pistol here, I have it to the side. You'll get the pistol, the magazine, and then you'll get 2 grips, and then 2 little pin rods, and then you get their nice little manual. So that'll be the box that you'll get it in, and then now we'll go into the actual product of what you'll be getting. So what you have here is the G19. So I'm kind of just going to go ahead and describe little things about it, little things that are different from the other models, and then just kind of compare and contrast the this from the other models that I have for WE Tech. So right now, going into the trademarks, I thought this was kind of interesting. So it looks like, I don't know whether this is an older model or a newer model. I'm not too sure, because I got this imported directly from Hong Kong. So I'm not too sure if maybe this was an older variant or a newer variant. But anyway, you can see that this spot's blank. There's no G of any sort. Usually with any WE pistol. Alrighty, I apologize. I had my camera following me again. Anyway, so going back to the G that I was talking about, every other WE pistol I had does have a G right here. You can see blank, there's nothing there. Then you have the 19 because it's the model, and then I don't know how they got away with putting the word Austria on there. Usually it's tactical on all of these. This is the first one that I received that actually had Austria straight from the factory. And then you have the basic 19 by 19, like the pretty much standard every Airsoft Glock will have. Then flipping it to the other side, you do have the WE trades on here, serial 5168, but I feel like they have that on every single one. That one, 5168, and then 2 or 3 of my other ones have the same written on there. Same with the slide, and then they have the little stamp there, just like on that one. So all those are the same. Then you have the Made in Taiwan on the bottom. This is kind of nice. They have the 3rd generation grip on here. So this is like the stipling grip. And on the bottom here it says gas blowback system. So that's a little bit different because sometimes some of these have patent pending on here. On this one I have actually the same information written on here. Let me see if I can get another one for you. So right here, for example, this one's my 23. So this one has patent pending on it. So a little bit different. This one seems to be just a different generation frame. It's also 3rd gen just because of the button right here, which I thought that was interesting. This one's 4th gen. You can see the button's bigger. You can kind of see the 2 there. So I prefer this grip. I like the 3rd gen a lot better. It looks nicer to me. On the bottom, then you have WE. And then on the other ones, you'll have Gen 4. So that's kind of what stands out a little bit different with the trademarks for this one, which I kind of find interesting. That not all of these are really the same. They do have their differences with the trades. And then on the bottom, this is a safety actually. So you flick it on and off. And then on the bottom, you have the WE Tactical Made in Taiwan. So that's going to be what the trades are. Let me zoom out for you guys. There you go. That's going to be the trades on this pistol itself. And then now I can kind of go into a little bit more detail with the pistol. So magazine is going to be a green gas slash propane magazine. This one's going to hold, this one's a little bit smaller than the G19 magazine, so it's probably going to be anywhere from 20 to 22 rounds. It is a double stack. This one's good for maybe 2 to 3 magazines on a nice day, fully filled. Nothing really simple there. You know, you put the gas in through the bottom. If you guys are kind of new to this, that's the gas nozzle where you take the can and insert the gas, and then that's the magazine essentially. And then now the pistol itself, if you are an American customer, it is going to come with the flared orange tip. So I had that removed just because I like the authenticity of the gun, and I kind of want it to look realistic. Like I said, I always keep it in cases, so it doesn't really affect me with having to take this outside anywhere, because I don't. Only to fields or inside my own house. It doesn't see the light of day anywhere outside my house, just because it's a very dangerous thing. But anyway, you know, if you're going to remove the orange tip, do it at your own risk. You already know the consequences of what will happen if somebody sees you with it. But anyway, you'll get that when it gets shipped to you. I got this shipped internationally, so it took about a month for it to get to me before I finally was able to get it. I literally got it a few days ago. I already had some fun with it. It's very cool. But anyway, so the material, if you guys are familiar with any WE G series pistol, the materials are all going to be the same basically. If this is, however, your first time, you know, seeing a review or just kind of materials of what it's made from, I'll kind of briefly go over it. So the slide itself, the outer barrel is all going to be metal. It's not strong metal. It's going to be kind of the junky metal, just because they avoid putting steel in any of these, just so it's not for some reason created into an actual firearm, which of course there's tutorials on YouTube how to do that, which is just bizarre to me, but of course people want to do that anyway. And then the inner barrel, it's going to be metal. The nozzle itself inside is plastic, of course. Then you have this little ejector here. That one's also metal, and it's actually its own individual piece, which I think is cool. Then if you're familiar with Glock in general, the lower frame is usually going to be a polymer. So this is going to be a plastic polymer type material. Going into the trigger, also going to be a polymer with the trigger safety as well, polymer. Then these little tabs here to release the slide, or to field strip the slide, I mean, metal. The slide release is also metal. Magazine is, or magazine release is plastic. Then, let's see, you have, this right here is kind of like the, where the blowback piston is held. That's kind of the housing for it. That's also metal. The little safety here, that's a metal little slide. You just flick it. Now I will go into field stripping the pistol. So doing so, you just have to pull down on these tabs. There's tabs on both sides, so you have to pull them down together, and then the pistol should just slide off. Make sure you do cock it. So one more time, let me get into that real quick. So when you have it like this, make sure you just rack it back, and then go ahead and pull these pins down. Kind of need to have a little bit of nails to get those down, and then just go ahead and push it forward. So the slide, you're gonna have, you know, here's the blowback housing. It's like squeaky clean in this thing. It's crazy. Then you have the hop up adjustment right in here. This little wheel, just turn it and then adjust your hop up. Then you have the recoil spring and this little plastic mount for the recoil spring. So pretty basic. You know, it's very simple to take apart. You know, all you're gonna do is pop out this little spring, so that comes out. And then from there, you got your outer barrel out, and then you can pull out your inner barrel. Then the hop up, or not the hop up, I'm sorry, the blowback little nozzle here, you just have to undo that screw, and then the housing should actually just come out itself. I don't have a screwdriver handy, so I'm not going to perform that at this time. I'll probably make that a separate video. So that's what the slide's looking like. Now, the lower frame, you're going to have, you know, the same type of cheapy metal. You're going to have the little screw there to take apart this part from here to here, take that out. Then the screw here that's connecting to the trigger itself to activate the hammer. So being when I pull it, the hammer disengages, and then that's when the pistol fires. And then you can pull the hammer back in there. I have the trigger activated. Okay, there we go. So now I can pull this hammer back. and then it locks. So if you're gonna pull the trigger with this without the slide on, the trigger is going to lock back. So when you try to pull the hammer back, it's not going to go anywhere. So you got to press this little pin right there, press it, and then the trigger comes out. Now you can lock the hammer back. And I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together so it goes inside like so. It's a very easy disassembly. It's very easy to clean. That's why I really do enjoy the Glock pistols. Just because, first off, they're my favorite pistol. Second off, it's really easy to clean. It's very easily maintained. You know, it's a very nice pistol. Let me just disengage that hammer real quick. And then that's pretty much internals and externals of the pistol itself. So now with the power, so like I said, it's going to be green gas or propane. I'd recommend green gas. It'll help lubricate the pistol a little bit better when you're shooting. But with this, it's going to be shooting right around maybe 280, 300 feet per second with 0.2 gram BBs. Accuracy, I'm not too sure, maybe up to about 60 to 70 feet. With a good weight BB, like a 20 gram, 25 gram, or 0.25, I'm sorry. So accuracy is pretty good. With the sights, you're going to have the little bracket sights here, like popular with Glock. I know some of these do come with different ones, like I have one with dots here. That's the 23, and then I have another one that has dots, that's the 26. And then all the other ones that I have, the 18 and 17s, they all come with the brackets as well. So this one's pretty just bare bones. So with the 19, it's obviously going to be a semi-automatic pistol. This one's pretty much the twin of the 23, which is the full auto. So it's the same exact pistol, just this one is a full auto version essentially. But with this one, it's semi-automatic, so you know, it's just a pretty basic Glock. This one doesn't have any ported slides or anything. The click of it is very satisfying. It's definitely well made. I mean, for what I got it for literally like 65, 70 bucks. And then the rest you pay on the freight to get it over to you. But I mean, I've always been a fan with WE. I really have never had problems with their parts going bad. I know the reputation, it's kind of not the greatest sometimes. Excuse me. Sometimes people complain with the barrels being broken. It cracks right here because it rubs up against here. There's a lot of friction with the metal. That could be a design flaw possibly, but you know, they really haven't done any changes to make that better. Instead, there's just other companies that offer upgrades like Garter, for example, where you can swap out these barrels. So that's kind of what you can do to reinforce these pistols, is just buy steel parts for them or stronger parts. Like if you guys see my custom Glock video, something like that, where I rebuilt a G19 entirely with all custom parts. Now the thing is a monster. So you know, it's gonna be obviously costly, but you know, if it's a pistol you love, you know, why not? You know, I used it a lot and it's one of my favorite pistols. It still is one of my favorite pistols, so of course I'm gonna well maintain it just so it lasts longer on me. But just kind of my takeaway on this is, you know, overall, it's a great pistol. I know there's a lot of people that are Glock fanatics. It is fairly difficult to find this one in the U.S. from retailers. It's probably better to just shop international with some Hong Kong retailers just to get it a lot easier. So I'd recommend that. I mean, the power is good. It just feels good in your hand. It's got a satisfying click. I mean, the hammer on this, it just gives a nice little click. Like, so it just sounds really good. It's, you know, it's something that's not going to disappoint. And if you're, I mean, with this one, it's a little bit smaller than the regular G17. So I'll kind of give you a comparison. So here's the 17, and then I'll put this one on top. So, you know, there's a little bit, you know, not a lot. The barrel is obviously longer on the 17, but for the most part, you know, it's going to be close to the same. But this one's a little bit more compact, not as small as the baby Glock, obviously. You can see the difference there. So it's definitely a cool pistol. I'd recommend it. I got it off Airsoft Global, so you guys could check them out. They have like 150 different types of Glocks. It's insane. They're like one of my favorite retailers so far. But anyway, you know, that's kind of all I had for this quick little review. I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys think I missed something, or if you have questions for me on this, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I'll definitely let you know more feedback on this. But for the most part, that's everything that I had for you guys. I hope you have a great day and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.